Welcome back to another She You Talks podcast. And OMG, today I have my sister. I have my sister Monique Cooper. Come on, y'all, just give it up for Monique Cooper. Yeah.
Hey,
Yes. Mo, welcome. Welcome to She
thank you.
You Talks.
Thank you for
Y'all,
having me.
listen, I will always have my sister. Listen, y'all. That's my sister. Don't y'all mess with my sister. Okay.
This is what we do.
This
We
is
for
what
each
we
other.
do. That's right. Y'all see my handsome nephew back there in the backdrop. Listen, we're gonna dive deep with my sister Mo. And we're gonna just talk a little bit. So I'm just gonna have a little girl chat, a little she you talks. That's it. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, let's just dive a little bit deep. I guess we're gonna put on the seatbelt like your nephew did last week. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Well, listen, one thing I want to say, I will say this publicly. Thank you for always being a support, a love to not just me, but my entire family. We appreciate you. We love you. We ain't just started rocking, y'all. We've been rocking for a long time.
Mm,
A
long.
long time. It started with, nerd swag, where you
Yeah.
whipping them models into shape. No, this is how you walk. And then my nephew Javen was one of the models.
Yes, he was.
Yes, and you do wear a lot of hats. Okay.
Thank you.
I
Woo.
don't think your head big enough. Your head
No.
is not big enough for all the hats you wear. Listen, you're a CEO, business owner, author, a super mom, so many other things. You do hair,
Yeah.
just so many CEOs. I should have
We
said
got
CEOs.
we got a lot to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about. All right, y'all. We're gonna dive deep. We're gonna get a little into my sister's businesses, I should say. So let's start with a little introductory. How do you introduce yourself when someone asks, "Who is Monique Cooper?"
I basically tell them I'm like a mogul entrepreneur. I wear many hats.
Yes, you do.
Um, and I just go all the way back from when it started, from my modeling days. I was born into it because my mom used to model. And
Oh,
then, after that, even with having Javen, it's just I became like a momager, a mompreneur, you
yeah,
know, and becoming a published author, with Javen and mentoring kids. I've
yes,
always been around kids. I've always, into working into the educational world. Then you get around kids and you see that it takes a village. So
yes,
I went through that. Everything I learned in life, I kind of turn it into a teachable moment. And
yeah,
so with me becoming an entrepreneur, it it comes from things that happened to me in my life. So for instance, my mom, she modeled. Then I started modeling in high school, mostly in college, you know. And then I took fashion and turned it into a business. Like me and my sister are co-owners of Me Fabulosity, our online accessory
don't
business.
talk about that.
Say it again.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk
Yeah,
about that. We know you got
yeah,
many, many hats. Like
right.
you are a powerhouse. You have success starts with me. You
Mm-hmm.
said you take your modeling and mentorships and you add it together. Things
Yep.
that you've been through, you add those things together and make it a business and also be a light. So you
Yes.
have Style by Monique, you got My
Mm-hmm.
Fabulosity, you have books.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, like you wear so many hats. What inspires you to step into entrepreneurship and what has the journey been like for you?
Stepping in, what inspired me was I don't like to always be under people where I'm put in a box. I
Right.
want to be that person that steps out of the box
Mhm.
and show other people who, what, where, when, and how.
Right.
I am a great leader, but I am also a great follower of great
Okay.
leaders.
Come on.
So I know how to be an Indian when I need to be, and I know how
Yeah.
to be a chief when I need to be. But
Yes.
I'm a boss. So it's like
Yes.
being a boss under other people. You
Yeah.
sitting there like, I gotta get out, I gotta get out. And it's just like I have to get out. So that's what made me go into the entrepreneur things in the world. Like, starting with hair. I've been doing hair and styling since I was 12 years old. Started with braids
Oh,
and just family, my sister, cousins, and
mhm.
everything. Then it went from that to like I can make money off of this.
Yeah. That
Uh,
sound like me. Me too.
and then when I started doing that, it's just like I don't need to be up under. I
Yes.
keep a 9 to 5, but then my 9 to 5 also benefits me when it comes down to my entrepreneur because I learn from that as well.
Right.
So it's inspiring and it helps me. So I'm able to just jump out there and do what it is that I know how to do, whatever it is I know how to do. And I love to teach myself things as well.
Yes. Now you have been we're gonna get there. We're gonna go there. See, I be ready to go fast. I'm ready to go like 100, because I already know what my sister. Y'all don't know my sister like that. So y'all gonna get to know who she is because we're gonna get a little bit more deeper into there. We're gonna talk
Yeah.
about little balance with business and life. So running
Hmm.
multiple business while being a mother of my handsome nephew, it's no small feat. That's not small feat. That's not, I mean, oh my God, it's not like it's a always, you know, settling job. It's like you have to be balanced. You have to find
Hmm.
that balance. How do you find your balance and what systems or habits help you stay on top of all of the things that you do?
I go with the seasons of things.
Hmm.
You know how a business, when you have a business, you know when your business, after having it for so long, you
Hmm.
know when it's popping and when it's not.
Hmm.
And so around the time, like when you have down time and seasons for
Yeah.
certain areas,
Hmm.
then you know to pick up on your other businesses.
Right. Wow.
So when it comes down to, even me being a mother and including that, I literally just have a calendar and I have to put everything in my calendar. If it's not in my calendar, 9 times out of 10, I'm not doing it, you know? And
Gotcha.
that's how I balance myself. And then I make sure, okay, this week, if it's a busy week, then the next week I know to not put myself into a situation where I'm overwhelmed and overloaded with
Hmm.
so much. And it's like time management,
Yeah.
um, structure. It's not always right and it's not always perfect,
Sometimes you got
but
to pivot.
yeah, yes. But
Yeah.
it's having the mindset too, the mental mindset of you have to do these things and you're including it on in your everyday schedule, your life. Because how some people just don't know how to manage their personal life and their business at the same time. Or, when it becoming a parent, it's
Right.
like, okay, I got all of this to do. It's so overwhelming. I cannot put the words like I can't say it's overwhelming. I just got to make it part of my schedule.
Yeah, that makes sense because, you know, I know being a football mom, basketball mom, that there's seasons when there's season of football, it stops, but training comes right afterwards. And then, shout out to his dad for also helping and kicking in that time too. But me, I didn't have that, it was just me on, everything on my shoulders. And also when hair has a season too. In the
Hmm.
summertime, they get their braids and they don't see until school start, unless they
Right.
people that work 9 to 5, but mainly children or even teachers or people who want to go out on their vacations. You only see them when time to go back to school. So you're
Hmm.
right. Y'all need to learn that. If you don't know balance, understand seasons make it make sense in keeping a journal, notebook, or some type
Oh.
of calendar that keeps you together so you don't be all
Hmm.
over the place. That is amazing. So a lot of women, we do struggle with the pressure to do it all. because we have to be so strong for our families and everything like that. What advice do you have for those trying to juggle entrepreneurship, family, personal well-being, different things like that?
There's a 50-50 thing that I do.
Mhm.
And also I make what's more important, you know? So for me, all things Javen is more important. So being a mother comes first for me. When it comes down to the business part of things, you know. So example, with me doing hair, when I get these appointments in, I open my schedule for times that I'm not doing the most as far as with Javen.
Right.
And I guess everybody later in the podcast, they'll know what is it like, what she do with Javen? Like everybody, with as a
We'll
mother,
get that.
yeah, we'll get there. It's a lot. But I make sure he comes first as a parent because, sooner or later he's gonna be away, going to college and everything. And I'm gonna be able to fully go full blast for me.
Yeah,
Am I
but she
gonna
said you was
always
gonna
put him?
move. You was moving with him though. That's
Yeah.
how I figured. She said she gonna move there,
Yeah,
wherever nephew go.
yeah, I could go get my master's.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Hmm.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah. So what I tell people, when it comes down to the balance, figure out first what's more important. And
Hmm.
then you put that at the top of your list. And always know that if you can't do it, that's okay.
That's
I used to stress, go into depression, have mental mindsets that wasn't good because I felt like I really thought I was superwoman. I
hmm
could do everything because guess what? I did at one point.
Yeah.
But then when you get to a stage where your body is telling you, haha, hey, hey, slow down,
Right.
so I make sure that I try to keep a little balance. And if my body is telling me, hey, you need a break, shut down, I go right into shutdown mode. But it figure out what's important first,
Hmm.
what's more important. And I understand money is everything because everybody like, oh, I gotta get this money. How I'm gonna take care of my family if I don't have the money or whatnot. Yes, money is important, but
Hmm.
when you look at your kids, if you have a child and you're a parent and you look at your kid, you got to realize that they're gonna remember that. What do you remember as a child when it
Right.
comes down to your parents? What do you remember? Was your mom and dad always there? And when you think about how you felt about that, then you it kind of help you in places. So I had parents that was always there no matter what.
Hmm.
So I was just like I kind of try to keep that going with Javen and doing what I need to do as a parent because now these days we have to guide. We got to guide
True.
them. And we learn it as we go along too.
What? And they guiding us too in the process of it all.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And we're gonna get into mental health in our second half. But let's just talk about a little bit about She Evolve, and then we're gonna go to our commercial break. Yeah, I'm so excited. Now, you were the sponsorship partner, the right hand man, left hand man, the everything man. You are everything, and I appreciate you for just being that support to, and then just saying yes. It was just like, oh my God, I was so nervous. I don't know why I was so nervous. You're my sister. I don't know why I was so nervous asking you to be a part of it, but you just jumped right on in. And I value you so much. It is unbelievable how much I do. And I just again want to tell you thank you even for being a part of that. You were my rock. Now,
No, thank you for allowing me to be a part of it.
yeah.
It was big, like, and I know it's gonna get bigger every time. So I appreciate you
Oh,
and I
thank
thank
you.
you. Cause listen, I'm there for you.
I'm blushing. My cheeks hurt. Like, I appreciate that because, She Ball 2025 is coming. It's going to be
Yeah.
huge. Orlando, Florida, July 11th to 13th. South Florida, if you don't have a way, we got chartered buses. Make sure y'all hop on the bus if you got to connect with the sisters. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Hmm.
now because you were a part, let's just talk about 24s a little bit. Um, how did it affect you? What was that movement like for you? As being, listen, not only she assisted, but she was also a part of the panel. Like, what you were able to share, you were able to express. But what was it like for you being in the building for the She Evolve Summit?
You want to hear a secret?
Yeah.
What I shared on the panel was my very first time sharing that. Like
What?
all of the engagements that I've spoken, I may give bits and pieces or something, but I really like pulled the band-aid off
Wow.
at She Evolve. Like I guess it was one of those, moments where you felt like when you feel like everyone is going to receive you well,
Yeah.
and then at the same time, I don't know, it's just the spirit of everyone in the audience. It felt like somebody in this audience need to hear this.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to hear what I have to say. And I'm pretty transparent with my life, but I never have been that deep when it
Wow.
comes down. So as far as being involved with it and being in the atmosphere of the event, it gave me like it took so much off of me. It took weight off of me because it's like I'm able to tell my story. I'm able to talk to people that may have experienced what I've experienced. I'm able to share things that I wouldn't share on the regular. And it's not on purpose that I don't share it, but I go with how you will receive me, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And I think it was the best feeling. It was the best feeling ever. Like I loved it. I loved everything
Cry.
about it.
Don't make me
I
cry.
loved it.
Wow. Listen, the one thing, this is a secret, and this I still beat myself up for this little secret now. Um, I was summoning someone to get you tissue. And when I see you get up to get tissue, I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God. I wanted somebody to get you some tissue, but they did not. So it was just that part I felt bad because I was like, I felt you. I felt when you were sharing. You really was spilling the tea, girl. You know,
Yeah.
it was like it was just that release, and I felt that. I was like, oh my God. And I was just basking in the moment. Like you said, you could feel the presence of the audience, but I also felt the presence of you guys when you were sitting on the stage with me. And I was like, oh my God, I could be vulnerable in this moment as
Yes.
well as someone else can be vulnerable in this moment
Hmm.
and share something. And it was so many, and I did not expect as much stuff that personally that I went through just to get the summit together. And for it to have that big of an impact, not only just on them, but on us too, it was just, it was a move of God. That's all I can say. It was a move of God. And I'm so excited for what 25 is going to bring. And if y'all, I'm telling y'all, it was such a release and it makes this year such a light,
Hmm.
a lighter space, a lighter position to be in. I was just sharing with my sister saying that I feel great, you know, I feel really good. I'm so excited. And it's like, I'm not trying to rush my time, but I'm so excited and I cannot wait for 25 to hit. Now, I would ask you this. What does the movement mean to you? And why did you choose to be involved?
Well, the movement means to me, it means that it helps it helps us women to come together. It, like you say, vulnerable, like we are literally like a melting pot of vulnerability. So in that moment of the movement, we're able to lean on each other. We're able to talk to each other, depend on each other. It's just like I've gained friends from this event, this movement. And something about us women, like we so powerful,
Mhm.
um and we so powerful in good and bad ways, and
Yeah,
sometimes the bad outweighs the good, but
right.
this movement right here, the more people come and get involved, that good is going to outweigh the bad.
Yeah,
It's just putting everyone around each other where I can be able to actually have a conversation with a sister, with my sister, and be like, you know, I love you. This is what's going on in my life. Hey girl, how you doing? What you need help with? Like it's just so much,
right,
because we are so collectively,
right.
man. That's why
Powerhouse.
they don't want us to be a president, child.
Nah, they don't want us to be the president, child. We got too much power. Hmm.
Yeah.
Many
Hmm.
ways.
Hmm.
Last question, and then we're gonna go to our commercial. Um, how important is it for you to, I guess, women to support each other? So how important is it for you for women, for all of us? So you kind of tapped into it a little bit for us to support each other, whether it's business, whether it's mental health, whether it's professionally, you know, personal. How important is it for us to support each other?
Because we at the top. We at the top. I'm not trying to say we're bigger and better than a man, but we
Mhm.
have babies. We carry them.
Mhm.
And for us to support each other, like
Mhm.
we carry so much
Yes.
mentally, physically, financially. We cook, we clean, we do everything, you know? And a man won't understand. Just like a man, another man can understand another man.
Mhm.
Women, we understand each other. So for us to sit around each other and talk to each other, and that's so important to me because
Mhm.
you never know through having even through having a conversation with someone that we got some similarities.
Yeah.
And I have a resource that I can help you with, and you have a resource that you can help me with, you know?
Right.
Or you know somebody that knows somebody.
Right.
Can I pray for you? You can pray for you. Like it's so much that we
Yes.
do and can do for each other. That's the number. That's like that's big for me. That's big.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I thought about the She Evolve University. So it could be such a melting pot of resources for women. I understand men, yes, we don't want to leave them out, but like my mom was saying when she was on the last podcast, she was saying like once the woman can get her healing, she could spread that to her children. She could spread that to her husband. She could spread that to her community, and it
Mhm.
all would make sense. But at these times, it seems like everybody don't want to be on one accord. It have
Right.
to be some kind of discord. Even in the Bible, it spoke about, the Jezebel that was
Hmm.
actually causing discord. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to be that. We want to be free from that and
Right.
free from that curse. So she evolve is really her is evolving into the
Right.
next level, the next step to where she would need to be. And she could be the best her for everybody and even herself,
Yeah.
mainly herself, so that she could be that person to evolve in her family, her community. But yes, sister, we're going to go ahead and take our first break, or our only break. Then we'll come back and we'll just dig a little bit deeper. Y'all stay tuned. Welcome back from our commercial. That was an amazing commercial. Y'all make sure y'all tap in to She Evolve everything, okay? So we was talking about, She Evolve, and we was talking about the mental health, and you were mentioning where you had to balance your mental health when it comes to all of the things that you do. So, as a business mogul, because my sister is a business mogul and a mother, how do you protect your mental health while handling all of your responsibilities?
Affirmations and
Affirmation.
yep, affirmations and anything that I feel that is going to bring in negativity in my space.
Hmm.
I stay away from it. I stay away from it on the speaking it path in the physical realm, the spiritual realm. You
Hmm.
know, it's not perfect, but like I said, like 2025, even with my posts, it's either going to be funny or
Hmm.
inspiring.
Right.
Funny, inspiring, or got something to do with my business or Javen.
Definitely. I love the what is it? What is it? Moments with Javen or something. What is it called,
Oh,
sister?
today on the Javen show.
Today on the Javen show.
Javen.
Today on the Javen show. Javen did
Yes, because I
that.
have to.
Yeah.
It'd be funny moments if we had a camera with us around the house. Like
Y'all need your
it
own
would really be.
show.
it would really be, and then it would be Javen show because the things I go through, child, and it just come out of nowhere.
Listen, start a YouTube channel. So
You know, his principal even told me that.
yes, but
She
be
wait
funny.
on everything. She say, "What happened? I was waiting on the car ride this morning." Like she watches our morning car ride.
David's so funny though. He's like a silent funny.
Yeah.
He is so funny, but he
And
makes
I
me
need
laugh.
that. Right. And
Yeah,
that's
and
something. So
yeah.
when I feel like I need that laughter, I need the funny, I would try to
Mhm.
record as much. And so it's just like if I put it out there to for everybody, I know somebody probably go through the same thing that I go through with Javen.
Yes,
And so it's just a funny moment. And it's funny. It's like, hey, at the top of the morning, this is what's going on with Javen this morning, you know? And it
yes.
just be something to put out there. So it's for my mental, it's affirmations
Mhm.
and anything that can be positive, I try to keep it around me. And
Yes.
my first thing I do in the morning is pray. Like literally, I don't even get out of bed all the way. I'm praying. As soon as that alarm go up, my alarm even say prayer time.
Wow. So affirmation, prayer, my nephew with his goofy self keeps you balanced.
Yeah.
Keeps you in that balanced state when it comes to your mental health and also just blocking out all negativity that could affect
Yes.
your core
Hmm.
peace. So I
Right.
definitely get that. So what was some of the toughest mental or emotional hurdles you faced on your journey and how have you overcome them?
Javen's health was my toughest.
Yes.
Yeah. Because he had severe asthma. And I thank God that, you know, he has overcame all of the obstacles that he's been through. And
Right.
if everybody don't know his story, you know, Jamin went through, he was a preemie. He went through over 9 surgeries. I just told his teacher that this morning, and she was just like, I did not know. Well, if you read the book,
Yeah, if you read the book,
you were
uh-huh.
there.
Get all the
But
books, plug.
get yes. So
Yes.
his health really was the obstacle of it all. And his health also helped me to balance, you know,
Mhm.
life because it was times like we have scheduled every, like now he's 17, every 3 weeks we go to the doctor to get his injections for his asthma, you know. But before all of this, when in the beginning it was every week we was going for shots and this, out of school, like missing 30 to 60 days of school in
Yeah.
elementary every year. Like it was just so much, not knowing if he's going to come out of a situation. 2018, he had the worst asthma attack ever that almost cost his life, sitting in ICU. You know, that was the very last time he was in ICU.
Wow.
Javen I had pneumonia several times. We didn't know, you know, it was certain things, loss of hearing, 40% of his hearing. And I just thank God because he's overcome so much.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest obstacle as a parent because you just don't know. Okay, this week it got so normal to go to the hospital. Every time he had to go to the emergency room, it's like, you know how when you're pregnant and you about to have your baby and you take your pack bag. Well,
Hmm.
we taking pack bags just to go to the emergency room because we know we're gonna stay overnight or two.
It's the routine now.
It was a routine. Yes.
Wow.
So those were my major obstacles, and how I overcame those, besides him getting better, was making it a routine. Like it turned into a routine and
Mhm.
making it not to be like I have to mentally not make it so much of a problem. You know, so
Yeah.
some people got plans in life. They trying to go to a concert, trying to go to a party, trying to
Yeah.
no. If his health canceled things that I had going on, it was meant for me not to go. It's something like I had to think like that.
Yeah. It's like, it's so crazy you said that. I was thinking that when I was messaging someone and they kept telling me about like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And I gotta get up. I gotta go to work. I
Can't
gotta
do
do this.
that.
And
Yeah.
you know what? I said, and I remember being like that, you know?
Me
I
too.
remember feeling like it's just so much on me. Yes, I'm tired, but I got so much to do. And I used to always tell people like, listen, don't model yourself around the idea of me and my son. This looks perfect. Oh my God, it looks perfect. Oh my God, think about it. Oh my God, she is this, her son is this. He don't have baby moms. He not in jail. He not like this or whatever. The struggle be real. Like,
Hmm.
don't just look at my life and don't think that I've had flaws. Don't think that we've had problems. We've had problems, and you know my personal businesses, so you know. But the thing of it is, we're grateful to God.
Hmm.
He gave us this task, and
Hmm.
now we can speak to women about it. We can speak
Yes.
to people about how to juggle your mental health when your child is not so well. And you may want to crash out, but you can't crash out.
Hmm.
You may want to go in the corner and cry and just be like, God, why me? But you cannot. You can't afford that because your child needs you. You need to be some type of a balance with inside yourself and don't look at it as a problem. Look at it, what's the
Right.
lesson behind this?
Yep.
Oh,
You,
that you preaching.
it's like you know how and I learned this from my dear friend Bridget. You know
Hmm.
how when you're in a mental state, you going through so
Yeah.
much, and then somebody just either say something nice to you or give you a hug.
The simple, how you
It's
doing?
and something that gives you a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
so just imagine now so how I move in a way where somebody might be just having that moment. I'm having that moment, but
Yeah.
you won't never know it.
We'll
So
never
when I
know.
see,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
and it makes them feel so good. But guess what? It makes me feel good because I made you feel good. So
Yeah.
I just took this positive energy and put it into you, and you returned it back to me. You
Yes.
know, so it's one of those. This is like you got to move in such. You got to move in a positive way. You have to always keep in mind that in the mental, you got to be in a mental state. So don't nobody know what you're going through.
Right.
So if you're going through something, like, you got to watch your energy. You
Yep.
have to watch your energy. And that's what I learned that from Bridget. She said, you watch your energy, because at the end of the day, you're watching your energy for yourself and you're watching your energy for everyone around you. You
Right.
don't want to pour that into, you got so much going on. If it's so much, go home, take a beat,
Mm-hmm.
relax, get in a mental state
Mm-hmm.
of, whatever it is that makes you feel good at home. Take a day, take an hour, take a 2 hours, take as many as you need,
Right.
and then put yourself back into wherever it is that, whoever you're around.
Mm-hmm. And I want to say that's one of the things that I value with us as sisters, because when it was time, when it was like every other day, your first words were, "How is your mental?" And I'm like, dang, how is my mental? Because you're so numb. You get numb and you're just going and going and going. You don't stop to think about yourself. So when
Mhm.
you said that, I said, man, that is that. Hey, how you doing? Or the hug or the warmness from it. Even though I know I've seen it now. I know how to recognize it now because I'm so used to you being happy. But when I got to get deeper into our sistership, I saw it for myself.
Mhm.
I say, okay, how I operate in prayer.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
operate in prayer. So I'm like, I see it, I recognize it, and I'm praying for you. Where,
Mhm.
the hello, the how you doing, how's your mental works. I love that about us. I just do.
Yes.
I love that about it. So let's see, what do we have?
Mhm.
So entrepreneurship, that alone can be stressful, right? Have you ever faced any burnouts from that? And how did
Oh,
you recover?
all the time. I'm gonna go with
All the time.
yes, all the time.
Yeah.
My burnouts will happen at the very end of me succeeding,
Mm,
you know. So,
Yeah.
example, I used to always do hair so much the beginning of school year. Everybody get their hair done
Hmm.
to the point I knew I was going to get every year. Okay, it's time for me to get sick. It was that deep where I would
Wow.
get sick in September
Mm.
every year, and I mean body shut down and everything. So um, once it started being repetitive after 3 years of getting sick the same time in the month, just because
Hmm.
it's a burnout. I stopped. I slowed myself up. It
Yeah.
wasn't worth it.
Hmm.
After an event, I will have a burnout.
Oof.
You know,
Yes.
and then I slowed myself up. You know, I know that I'm gonna have a burnout. You
Yeah.
know,
I know what that feel like.
it's like, yeah, because after the event, after your event,
Yes.
after what happened? After that, you like,
Girl, they was like, you want to take a picture? I was like, no.
you didn't want to take no picture. You took the heels off. You took the shoe. Like,
Took
I'm
the jacket off. I took everything
everything.
off. Yes, I know it. I was like, oh my God. And then
Hmm.
I don't know if you ever felt this, like the next day, you jump up,
Hmm. Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
got
And
to do
it's
something.
do something. Uh-huh.
Yes.
It's like,
Now,
oh shoot, it's
oh,
over with.
I was like,
Okay.
oh my, it felt like I was waking up in nightmares. Like I was
Hmm.
sweating. I was like, oh, I feel like I got to do something. I feel like it was something that had to be done the next day, you know?
It's like going on a business trip. You go on that flight and everything, and then next thing you know, it's like you come back. You need a day
Yes.
off from that. You
You
need a
need a
day off just
vacation
from the
from the vacation.
vacation, right? So you go on
Yeah.
your vacation, you come back, and it's just like I still need a day off.
Yes.
Yes. Hmm.
So let's talk about my nephew a little bit. You know, your son. He's an incredible athlete now. He is D1. He is the best. He is NFL, close to being NFL.
Yeah. We
Everything
speaking it in
in
existence.
existence because my nephew is going to be on somebody's TV with
Yeah.
NFL jersey. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. And somebody's TV for being an author too, because he is a
Yes.
businessman as well.
Hmm.
How do you support him while managing everything else going on with his health, your health, business, everything? How do you support him? How do you find that time to support Javen?
So when he's like, okay, so Javen is in football. For
Hmm.
those who don't know, Javen is in football. He's in 11th grade. He's playing football. He got college scholarship offers, D1 offers. And so now we're on college visits. We're doing, all trainings. We're doing all of this. So I try to incorporate, like, so because it's Javen, so now we got the books. Our books are together. So that's a business side of things. So maybe, on our journey of doing anything, like when we went to his a college visit,
Hmm.
I I swear, we sitting in the lobby and the coaches, like coaches can't, everybody, the author is here. The author is here.
Not the author is.
Yeah. So
Hello.
like they know
That's
about the
right.
book. They want to see the
Yes.
book. They want, oh, we got to get a copy, plug business, try
Hmm.
to plug it in, and everyone know about that. In his journey with school, I try to do little book readings and any event to promote and support things
Hmm.
that he got going on in his books. Like we have a big support system as well. All of the coaches, like they sit there and they talk about his books. They tell everybody about his book. His school is very supportive,
Yeah.
so and announcing. So it's like being on a journey with him, keeping his grades up, and following him along. I'm literally his momager. So I
Yeah.
manage everything from
Yes.
I set his appointments for trainings. I set his appointment. He has all types of training, weight training. He
Mhm.
got speed training. He has DB training, like, and then overall football workouts and things. Like, this weekend he got camp. He got a camp that he's going to, like a combine. So it's so much that I include. So this week is a busy week of Javen. So
Yeah.
I'm going to sit back on the business. I may have I had a light week with doing hair. That's how I, kind of manage everything because I'm supporting him mostly. you know. And I do good. I do pretty good with the supporting, his dad, even though his dad is not physically here, he supports as well. So
Yeah.
I'm on the phone with him every time. Okay, so a coach said this, a coach talked about that. Like we talking every day
Y'all a
about,
team.
yeah,
Y'all
we
a
working
team.
together. It's like it's
Yeah.
a because he's a business, he's our investment.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
it's so funny you say that. I was like, dang, that sound like myself. That sound like me. And it don't stop.
No, it don't.
He's 23 and I'm still right there, you know?
Yep. But that's good though,
Yeah.
because when they're able to fly on their own, they're gonna always come back home and
Yeah.
give us our support that we need,
Yeah. That's true. And you see, Job took off the business per se hat and put on the recording, Retina Studios with the
Mhm.
videos, the interview. He working the floor managing, being the support for me as he returned it back. And I was like, dang, that felt good. That felt good. He was almost had me in tears, you know, talking and stuff. Like it was just powerful. She bought something that was powerful, man. It
Mhm.
was an amazing time. Y'all, if y'all are not in the building in July, I feel sorry for
Uh-huh.
you. I feel sorry for you because it was such an amazing event. And just to know so much more about the things that we carry alone, and a lot of times in secret, we carry it on our own, and to be able to unpack. And I know when it came to Javen's health and how you were by the bedside from back in the day, like like I'm seeing this and I'm like, oh my God, I cannot. But he overcame so much. And for him to see where he is now, just in the 11th grade and being as successful, not only on the field,
Mhm.
not only in books, but academically as well. He is
Mhm.
not stopping. Why? His mama right there, his dad right there, his family got his back. We don't play about Jaden. We don't
No.
at all. So even in all of that, I know it was just like a whole weight. And again, you find your way to balance it by affirmation, prayer, the laughter, the fun created, and not focusing on it being a negative situation. What advice would you give other parents trying to navigate the challenges of managing their children's health, their situations, all of the different things, and, just still while showing up for themselves? What advice can you give?
So the advice that I will give, there's a difference between a job and a career. A job is something that you do because you need the money. The
Mm-hmm.
career is something that you do because you love. So make that a career. So when you can't look at it as, oh, I got so much to do.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, you have to do that. So that's
Yeah.
it. You can't put it as a career, something that you love to do. Make it something that, you know, that this is something that I need to put in my agenda, my everyday agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, do you take a break from your career? Yeah, that's when you go on vacations,
That's right.
you know?
Turn it
So
off.
right, you have moments where you could turn it off.
Right.
But if you continuously think that this is the problem, like my situation, this is a problem. Oh, I got to take my kid to school. Oh, I got to take them to train. If you continue thinking like that, it's going to always be hard. And
Yeah.
then guess what? You're not going to be a successful parent. Just
Wow.
you won't be being a parent. Anybody can be a parent.
That's right.
It's being a successful parent.
That's
And
right.
when you see you're gonna see your success when you see things that your child is doing with you not being around. You're going
Whoa.
to see your success as a parent when you see how your child is evolving. And then you're going to see the success as a parent when you don't feel so overwhelmed being a parent.
Right. That's big. He said
Yeah.
a mouthful. He said a mouthful. Like that made so much sense to me. Like a successful parent? What?
Yeah, because I
Yes,
know a
you
lot
can
of
be
parents.
one.
I know a lot of parents.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of them that don't do what we do.
Hmm.
you know? And I know a lot that do what we do. And
Mhm.
you see a big difference in the child.
Right. Yeah.
They not successful or they feel a certain way. How many kids lean on me? I'm not their mother.
Right.
They lean on me because
Yeah.
they don't have that support at home. And
Yes.
I'm not saying, I'm not knocking any parent down, because some parents either don't know
We don't know.
or they just, they chose to put something else first.
Yes.
But these kids, I get phone calls, I get text messages and everything. It's easy when you have an adult to talk to lean on, to support you, to guide you,
Right.
it makes it easier for them. And just because you can't look at it like, oh, they gonna see it as me doing for them, no, because when as you doing, they're learning,
They're
and they're gonna
learning.
pick that up, and they're gonna do it
Hmm.
for themselves.
Exactly. Let's say train the child in the way that it should go. So
Should
when they
go.
depart,
Yep.
they'll continue.
Hmm.
So that's great. I mean, I get mama CC'd all the time from our friends, even the adult ones. And you know, it just it's crazy that you say that because I didn't realize it like that. I'm just being me, you know,
Right.
just being myself because I'm like, hey, even if you are not my child, I'm gonna still treat you like my child. I'm gonna give you the tools if you ask
Yes.
me. I'm gonna give you some tools. I don't have to have birth to you. I don't have to be your mom, but I want to be able to give you something because if you have,
Right.
that means you're looking for something. And
Hmm.
if I have it, I'm going to give it to you, you know?
Right.
So that's great. And I've seen the guys around you. So I already know. I already know how it is. You're going to pour
Hmm.
into them just as though they're Javen. You're going to
Right.
make sure they're good. You may not have all the resources, but you're going to point them in a direction to get something.
Yeah. Just like I get mom, I get Miss Mo.
See, I got Mama Cece, Mama Cece, all the time. I be like, that ain't your mama, boy. Like, go ahead on.
I get a text, Auntie. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I know it's something because I'm
Yeah,
not your auntie, but I
yeah.
know it's something.
Like, what you want? That's like the Java text messages, Mom.
Yeah. Hmm. Yep.
Yep. So that's just we talked about the mental health. We already know if y'all want more, you gotta come to the event. You gotta
Hmm.
come to the event to get more in depth. But for sure, that's amazing advice to give. If you go back to your younger self, how about that? If you could go back to young Mo, what advice would you give young Mo?
I tell young Mo to don't give up, keep going, because there was a lot of things that I stopped,
Hmm.
and then I went back to it.
Mm.
So it's just one of those, like, if I would have kept going, I probably would have been at a higher level.
Hmm.
So I would have told, the only thing that I literally I could say that I kept going and haven't stopped with is just doing hairstyling. But
Hmm.
a lot of things like modeling too.
Yeah.
I stop and go and stop and go, but I go as needed. But
Hmm.
if I would have, if I can tell my younger self
Hmm.
to don't give up, keep going,
Yeah.
because there's a destination that we're going to, but there's going to be rocks, mountains, and everything
Right.
along that path that's just going to drop in front of us. And those rocks and mountains are there for us to climb over, not
That's
stop.
right. That's right.
We can climb over it. Or
Right.
guess what? Stop. It might be something on the other side that we not, listen. You
Come
we
on.
got we got 95, we got 826. We can still go the same, we can still go in the same,
Still
destination.
exactly just a detour.
It's just a detour. Don't stop. Keep
Hmm.
going.
And that's good because a lot of us take those adversities, those blocks, those things that are in our way, and sometimes, not everybody, use them as a distraction
Hmm.
to excuse themselves from continuing to go.
Yep. Yep.
Some people look at it
Oof.
as a fear factor, a defense, the capabilities of not having that encouragement within inside themselves. They got to keep
Yeah.
going. They got to
Yeah,
keep
you
going.
you have to.
Either climb or choose a different route, but get to the same destination.
Yeah.
Destination that's designed from God
For hmm
or your purpose on
right.
purpose. Yeah,
Once
man.
you understand your assignment,
Hmm.
you have to complete it. You'll know what grade you have at the end.
Yeah, just your heart posture is definitely important. Like
Hmm.
your heart posture with God, your heart posture with people, not burning those bridges and keeping a good prayer life, affirmation, setting yourself up with positivity in the mind, in your space, in your personal space, you will be able to see the fruits of your labor. You'll be able to see that that mountain ain't as big as it is, as you think. That
Yeah.
mountain, those situations are not as big as you think. But if you just continue to go, have that motor to keep going. Somebody said, "Oh, what you gonna do? Relax?" No, I'm just letting my motor warm up because I got somewhere to go. I gotta continue. I have to move forward. So let's just go. We're almost wrapping it up. We're almost done, sister girl. So what's next for Monique Cooper? What like any projects, anything on the horizon?
Well, I'm cooking up a little something, something in the modeling
Okay,
realm of
okay,
things.
okay.
And this year I'm gonna do a little bit more with Success Starts With Me. So Success Starts With Me is the mentoring program. I have a lot of girls that is just like, Miss Mo, they ready to get back in. Some never did it and they want to come in, get some mentors and to mentor them
Mm-hmm.
or whatnot. And then the Javen Allison Foundation is gonna be
Yes.
doing a little bit more this year as well.
Yes, y'all make sure y'all connect with my sister Mo so you can support everything that she has going on. My nephew's books, her books, the support of her, my fabulosity. Oh my gosh, success start with me. Hair. If you need your hair done and you're in the Dade County, Broward County, somewhere area, go to my sister.
Style by Monique,
Styles by
Javen.
me. Oh my God, girl. It's like so many. I'd be like, I thought I was crazy.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta do what we love, and we do enjoy
yes.
that we do, no matter how tough it may be. We do enjoy what we do. So, Leslie, how can someone that's in this audience, how can they connect with you and support all of your businesses?
Um, well, you could just go. My Instagram page is styled by Monique. Monique spelled Moneek. And you'll see everything there because I connect the Javen Allison Foundation, the Adventures of Javen, Me Fabulosity,
Yes.
and Success Starts With Me. My Facebook is Monique N. Cooper, and you can go to that page, or I have my business Facebook for myself, Monique Nicole. That's MoneeKNicole. I'm all over the place. You can't you gonna see me through Javen Allison
Everywhere.
Foundation, Javen, The Adventures of Javen. I mean, we even got a TikTok, Mommy Mo and Javen,
Yes. And she's all over She Evolves stuff. So y'all,
everything. Yes,
everything. So if you can't find her, you'll find her through me. You'll find her through her stuff. You'll find her everywhere. She is everywhere. Now, is there any last words that you have for the audience today?
Orlando and surroundings.
Uh-huh.
Please be there. She evolved. July 11th, right?
Through the 13th. Yep.
Through the 13th. Okay? Because it's going to be a movie. It
Listen.
was a movie last year. So it just looked like, we got sequels and stuff like Bad
Listen.
Boys and then Bad Boys 1, Bad Boys 2. So
She
this,
Evolved part two.
part two, She Evolved 2025.
Yes.
We however you want to name it. It was She Evolved
Yes.
2024 last year. She Evolved 2025. There's new things. Don't think it's
Yep.
gonna be the same. You're gonna see different logos, different. It's big, honey.
Yes.
It's big.
Grants. We got a grant.
Oh. My goodness, like
I,
you ain't never been a part of no university until you're a part of She Evolved, because we
come
got
on.
grants going on. We got your money for business. You can learn so much. Just
Hmm.
just log into the website, get your subscribe to it, get everything that
Listen,
you need, because
yes. Listen, and this the good thing you said that because people use that fear. Remember you said fear? They think, oh my God, it's just this. No, we are serious about what we do. And we are serious about assisting and helping other women achieve their goals because you mentioned something earlier. I know we're going long, but you mentioned something earlier. If I knew what I know now back then, how far I would have been.
yeah,
So don't fear. If you have like heavy burden and you're a mom and you don't know how to balance that stuff, tap in with us. We're a community
yeah,
of love. We're a community of
hmm
wanting to see women evolve. And if you don't know how, you can figure out how. We have resources. We have resources. Sister, we're gonna have to bring you back one day.
okay,
We got work to do.
yeah.
So we get ready to close out, and I know you kind of know a little bit about it. So how we close out, I'm gonna say what we got to say, our last result. Right? So you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah. So the power in me.
The power in you.
All right.
She.
Yeah. Peace. Y'all have a great day.
Artlist.io